Salutations, spooks, spirits, and specters, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to Overboard! This is a murder mystery kind of game where it's already blatantly clear that the player is playing as the killer, and we must do our very best to avoid capture and being thrown into jail. But yes, I received this, I think, last year from Legoborn as a Christmas present, so let's give it a shot. I haven't tried it out yet, so I'm going to keep going until either I win or 3 hours, I get bored, or whatever. So yeah, it's supposed to be kind of like a little bit of an adventure, a puzzle game kind of thing, so let's see what it offers, huh? How is everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Midnight, July 3rd, 1935, aboard the SS Hook bound for New York. The Times. Villeneuve's depart for America. Former starlet Veronica Villeneuve set sail today for New York, accompanied by husband Malcolm. The pair, once dubbed a charmed couple, are now rumored to be in dire financial straits after a string of poor investments. Here's to more luck in America, lovebirds. Mr. and Mrs. Villeneuve will sail into Brooklyn aboard the SS Hook. Begin.
We stood together at the rail, Malcolm and I.
I just realized I'm still big. I'm still big. I'm bad. My bad. My bad. I just realized my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. Thankfully, the game paused immediately.
I told him I could see dolphins playing in the wake of the boat. He leant over to see them.
And I shoved him in. Just a little further, dear.
So I grabbed him by the belt.
And I pulled off his pants.
And I threw him overboard.
Eat cock. Let's go. We'll probably get this opening a lot. Oh, I like this music. I like this a lot. Nice. Amelia Tyler is Overboard! Get away with murder. The following morning. Malcolm, darling, I had the strangest dream. Malcolm? Oh, he's gone. Really gone. Marvelous. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Villeneuve. But is everything all right? What should I say? Who's there? Oh, you know what? Come in. Come in! Thank you, ma'am. Captain says we put into Liberty Island at 4 p.m. Your husband is up already, is he? I don't know. I don't know. I beg your pardon, ma'am? Have you seen him? Please. I don't think he came in last night. I've not seen him, ma'am. If I do, I will tell him it is time for breakfast. The steward believes Malcolm went missing overnight. All right, Veronica. Be calm. Act natural. Maybe no one saw anything. You can adjust text and animation speeds in the pond menu. Okay, thank you. Let's take a look around the cabin. You know what? Yeah, let's take a look around the cabin. Check the bed. It's more comfortable than a chaise, but I was too tired last night to care. Scrumple the sheets. The maid will know no one slept here unless... Ah. There, that's better. Let's get up. There's no time for this. The desk. There's a cast iron paperweight on the shape of a dolphin on the desk. What an ugly thing. God knows, but I hate dolphins. Let's look at the paper. Beautifully made, but completely inaccurate. Dolphins have lots more teeth. Like little daggers to eat the fishies. The bathroom. I catch a glimpse of my reflection in the mirror as I slip into the bathroom. and look quickly away. There's a bottle of tablets by the little sink. I should fix up my face. One of my earrings! It's missing! One of my diamond earrings! Oh no! Let's pocket the other. Let's just pocket it. I slipped the free earring and put it in my pockets. And then we'll leave the room. We don't need... We don't... The tablets. Sleeping tablets. Strong ones. Veronica's little helpers. It's a wonder I woke up at all. Read the label. For the treatment of severe insomnia as a result of mental distress. Side effects: drowsiness, short-term memory loss, irritability, aggressive outbursts, increased libido. You're a full house, Veronica. Or rather, a royal flush. We'll put them down for leaving. Let's leave. Cool and casual, Veronica. That's the way. Where should Veronica go next? After cabins, belonging to the Suma, clear sentence her bone. 4 cabins, some Lady H and Mr. Carstairs. The chapel. Maybe we can ask for half. The bridge. Smoking room. Let's head to the restaurant. I can be there at 9:05. We have 7 hours to go. The restaurant has emptied out. Forgive me, ma'am. Still no sign of your husband, ma'am? He has gone to the smoking room, perhaps. I'll try there, then. He has been playing cards with Mr. Carstairs quite a lot, I believe. I'm not sure where he is. Has he gone for a walk? I've not seen him, ma'am. Let's have a cheese. Let's leave. Let's go down. What did my husband tell me, Mr. Carstairs, about me? What did my husband tell Mr. Carstairs about me while they played cards? Okay, let's go down here. Let's go. The smoking room is a stuffy place tucked into the back of the boat. Malcolm's jacket is hung over the back of one of the chairs. Carstairs is here, idly shuffling the deck of cards. Mrs. Valenci! I was hoping to catch you at some point. Are you looking for your diamond by any chance? I found it on the upper deck this morning. Look. I'm afraid I only found the one, though. I should go and look for the other one. I should go and look for the other one, then. You should be more careful, old fruit. You're so right. Malcolm would have been furious. Malcolm would have been furious. If he'd seen me without them, I mean. Oh? Your husband hasn't seen you lately? Today? He was asleep when I left the cabin? No, he was not there. No, he's missing. I can't find him. Goodness. How very fortunate for you, my dear. Still, I'm very happy you two are back together. You and the earring, I mean. I'll just take a seat for now. Chairs in the smoking room are soft, worn leather. You can sink right in and not be seen. Rather unusual to see you here, Mrs. Valenci. Looking for your husband. He's missing. Mr. Carstairs. Have you seen him? I'll keep my eyes peeled. Not many places he could hide on a tug like this. I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just stand up and leave. His jacket! My husband must have forgotten his here last night. Must have. We'll just send it to my cabin. From the doorway, I flag a porter and send the jacket away. Just then the door opens and an old man in military dress marches in. Carstairs! For goodness sake, man, you're here! It's not even noon! Major Sahib! Oh, good to see you as always. Bip bip! Please, Mr. Carstairs, it's a $7 major! As I am constantly reminding you. True, but then... I have a mind like a dried up honeycomb, so out it goes. Have you seen my husband? Have you seen my husband? Not this morning, Mrs. Valenci. Been stuck all the way aboard this tug for a week, but I don't believe we've had the pleasure. The name's Sebadar Major Sabit Singh of the 14th Sikhi's. Retired, obviously, at your service. Veronica Valenci. You know, be polite and introduce myself. Oh, I know who you are. Chaps talk about their wives. Not very complimentary, I'm afraid. That's rather true, I'm afraid. Huh. Well, no matter. Well, no matter. Malcolm's goosing does me no harm. That's the spirit, I'm sure. Stop talking. Very good, then. Yes, ma'am. I'm leaving. I'll be going now. I must go find my husband. I must go find my husband. Deck has a low rail and a wide view. Let's go investigate. I make my way to the upper deck. I'm standing by the rail as Lady H swans by. Ah, Veronica dear, are you quite well? You look awful. My husband is missing! Lady Honoria. I haven't seen him since last night! Really? Husbands are terribly unreliable. Worse than motor cars, and yet you still have to crank them. Have you seen him? Me? No, I don't have him squirreled away in my cabin, my dear. We missed you at breakfast, dear. Everyone was very worried. Worried? Why? Claudia Turpin was in an absolute flood of tears. She looked like a leaking cistern. We thought you might be able to talk some sense into her. I should go see her. Crying about what? With Miss Turpentine, who can say? Perhaps the moon upset her with his face. Honestly, I think that girl needs a good seeing to. By a therapist, I mean. Toodles! Oh, look! Up there on the bridge! Isn't that the commander? You mean Anders? Oh, you are playing it cool, aren't you? Hello! Oh, I do believe he's waving at us. She threats him with a wave of her hand, then turns to smile at me. You rather like him, don't you, dear? He's staff. He's staff. He's not very dashing. What do you make of him? He's staff. My dear, if you want to be what you pretend to be, you have to realize that everyone is staff. She pulls a string of rosary beads from her pockets as she strides away. Hello. The bridge officer might have seen me up the upper deck last night. Let's go and see if he's seen my husband. Captain! Captain, have you seen my husband? To reach the bridge, you must climb a metal ladder from the upper deck. It's a terrible idea. The merciful Commander Anders is at the wheel. On a hook inside the bridge is a key with a bright red fob. Wave to Anders. Commander! Mrs. Valenci, come in! The bridge isn't empty. There's a few duty officers about. And how are you faring this morning, Miss Valenci? A bit busy, to be honest. Anxious to arrive. Can't you make this goat go faster? Not really, no. But we'll be there soon enough, don't you worry. Have you been up here before? Never, I think. The view is quite impressive. Yes, indeed. The upper deck seems a long way down, doesn't it? No one there now, of course. Do you know, I was on watch here last night. Oh, yes. I didn't know that. No reason you should have. It was a quiet night. Light breeze, no fog. Relatively good visibility. Mr. Anders, my friend. I feel I've known you for a long time. We're of old souls, Mrs. Valenci. That must be it. Must be. Now, Mrs. Valenci, I should perhaps return to my duties. Thank you for showing me the bridge, Mr. Anders. Perhaps you could show me more later. Oh, I like that very much, Mrs. Valenci. I'm about to go and do my rounds of the ship. At 1:30, I should be near your cabin. Perhaps you might be in. I'll see you there. Until then, good day, Mrs. Valenci. Go back down. I make my way back down the ladder. We'll just go this way. Less than 5 hours. Can we make it? And the aft cabins belong to the Major and to Miss Clarissa Turpentine. There's sobbing coming from a nearby cabin. Clarissa's door. Knock on the door. Clarissa, you're in there? Go away! Clarissa, let me in. You witch! I never want to see you again! I know what you did to him! I know! Clarissa, have you seen Malcolm? Where is he? You don't know? Oh my god, Veronica, you really don't know? I don't want you telling me lies. I don't want you telling lies about me. Go away! Leave me alone, you monster! You harpy! She collapsed into a flood of tears again, enough to spoil her bed sheets. Maybe she didn't see anything after all. Fine, I'll leave. Let's go back to my cabin, I guess. Fall into my chase, exhausted. Malcolm's jacket is hung over the back of the chair by the desk. Check the pockets. What have you got in here? Wallet, cabin key, no incriminating notes. So clearly he didn't make his way back to his cabin. That's that. The bed has been made. The maid has been made. The porthole is open. Can I toss something overboard? Do something else. There's still time. Go back over here to the restaurant. Lady H is sitting by herself at one of the tables. May I join you, Lady H? Of course, dear. A drink? Not for me. At lunchtime? What? It isn't breakfast? Steward, you know how I like them. Yes, ma'am. As dirty as it comes, please. Yes, ma'am. Will you stay in America? Do you think? This time, I think maybe this time I will. England has too many memories in it now. And quite honestly, too many diseases. Lady H smiles thinly and digs through her bag. Here you are, ma'am, just as you like it. Rancid. Thank you so much. Do you have any children? Lady H. Do you know, my dear, but I never did. I meant to, but somehow the moment never arose. And then, of course, it was too late. Lady H raises a hanky to her eyes and dabs. But you'd like to have children. Well, I don't really know, really. I like the idea of children. The real thing is a bit messy, isn't it? Half of them die when they're small, and the other half belittle you till you die. Lady H treats me to a winning smile. Thank you. Goodbye, Lady H. Goodbye, Mrs. Valenci. Nice to talk to you. You're not as what I expected. I'll come back here and say, I'm back. You told me to go away. I'm back. What do you want? Knock on her door again. Clarissa! Go away! Meet me up. Goodbye then. There's no point sticking around here. Let's go to the chapel, I guess. 1:30 what? The small chapel is tucked into the very bottom of the boat. I fall to my knees and bow my head. Our Father who art in heaven. Our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom, something heaven. That's what you've got? This is schoolgirl stuff. What do you want? I know I've not always been pious. I know I have not always been pious. Not always been. And I have not always been a small antelope called Millicent. Just get to the point, lady. Do you hate me? No, I love you. It's like chewing on nettles, but there it is. Now what do you want? Forgive me? Not a chance. Go take a hide, I'm tired of you. The alms bowl. The alms bowl by the door is intended for donations. The money goes to an orphanage for children of lost sailors. There must be at least 200 in it. We're not taking that money. I leave it well enough alone and hurry out of the chapel. Let's go back up here. I go back to the upper rail. I lean over the rail and stare down into the water below. Gentlemen, have you seen my husband? I'm still looking for him. The major is there playing cards against himself. Carstairs is here too, is quietly smoking. Lay, have either of you spoken to Lady H this morning? This fine morning. Why? Hello, Scott! Welcome! How's it going? Why? She has a nose for information, that woman. And she had a most interesting theory to share with me when I saw her just now. Hold on one moment. Let me see. Escape. Yes, escape. Hello, Scott. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? A killer? No. No, my husband's just missing. Have you seen him? His name is Malcolm. He's very tall and handsome. He loves dolphins. A theory? What kind of theory? Lady Armstrong told me this morning that she is quite certain, quite convinced in fact, that the boat is sinking. I'm going to find a life jacket. If the boat sinks, Miss Valenci, there are lifeboats. I would recommend those. They are bigger. I guess I'll take up my leave. I'll be going now. Ma'am Sahib. Hello, Scott. Professor. Sorry. Hello, Professor. Welcome. Killer, you've been a survivor a lot lately, yeah. Let's go over here. Mrs. H, I heard you think that the boat is sinking. How are you doing? The forward cabs are occupied by Carstairs on one side and Lady H on the other. Lady Rana has a cabin more or less to herself on a separate corridor of the ship. Presumably no one sees her rolling back drunk to her room. Lady H! I think she's asleep. away. I'll just leave. Go to my cabin. Yes, I have been playing a lot of Survivor recently, haven't I? The bathroom. There's a bottle of tablets. I guess I'll just leave. The door suddenly opens and Anders steps inside. There you are. We're needed in the restaurant now. Walk me there. Certainly, madame. Let me take your arm. 1 hour from Liberty Island. Did I do everything right? In the restaurant, Lady H, Carstairs, and the Major are soon gathered. Calissa Turpentine is standing up. Anders walks me in and steps to one side. Thank you all for coming. I apologize for gathering you all here. It is most unusual. But I believe something unusual has indeed occurred. Mrs. Valenci? Malcolm Valenci isn't with you? I knew it. He's missing since last night. I'm worried sick. It is true, I think. The bed in Miss Valency's cabin, it has not been slept in. I saw it. That's because he's dead. Dead because of her. I saw him fall into the sea. Last night he fell past my window as I looked out. Why didn't you tell anyone? Why didn't you tell me? Because I loved him. I don't know if you can understand that. There, I said it. You know, of course one doesn't like to gossip. But Malcolm Valenci was on the upper deck last night, and he might have seen up there with Mrs. Turpentine. They have very similar figures, our two women. Wouldn't you agree, gentlemen? It certainly wasn't me. Well, we took a stroll. We took a stroll last night to look at the stars. Then Malcolm stayed out and I went to bed. And that's when you dropped your earring? I'm glad you got it back. Yes, but listen, won't you? As I went below, there was a splash. A splash now? We're on the boat. I'm not gonna say anything. A splash, you say? I thought it was something falling off the boat until all of this! The fact is, Mr. Valenci is missing. The evidence we have is all circumstantial. Nothing is justify a firing squad, as my old field marshal used to say. Maybe Mrs. Valenci was up on deck and lied about it. Does that mean she pushed her husband into the sea? I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. With respect, there is one other thing. The maid found a tube of barbiturs in Mrs. Valenci's cabin. Sleeping pills, so? There's nothing wrong with that. They're extremely strong sleeping pills. My mother took them. They have quite powerful side effects. Mood swings, memory loss, rage. I only keep them for emergencies, okay? I should have grabbed those. Was last night an emergency? My God! You really killed him? I didn't. I swear I didn't. I can tell that you're lying. You're a terrible actress. I can see the truth in your eyes. You absolute bitch. Tell me, Mrs. Valenci, why exactly did you kill him? I didn't. You did. You planned it and executed it with polished finesse of a fine actress. Your lines, they were too perfect. Mrs. Valenci, please come with me. The commander drags me by the arm out of the restaurant. I don't care about that. Please, please, please. Don't beg, Veronica. Just come with me. You better stay in your cabin until we dock. I'll throw those bottles out next time. Mrs. Valenci? Miss Amersham now. It says Mrs. Valenci on the form. Welcome to America, Mrs. Valenci. Enjoy your stay. America, a land of the free, right? Freedom comes with consequences, miss. That's what my mom taught me. In you go now. And into jail I go!
Oh, bollocks.
Bollocks. She's dead. And she pushed him. Yup. Banged up, socialite Veronica Valenci was dramatically arrested for the murder of her husband on the SS Hook, put in the harbor in Brooklyn. Miss Valenci will be a guest at the Sing Sing Correctional Facility in somewhat less comfort than the window of a British aristocrat might be accustomed to. Freedom? No freedom. Let's start over. Can I get closer to open it? Is the ship really singing? What is the red key on the bridge open? What was the red key? Good morning, Mr. or Mrs. Valenci. Using this button will autoplay previous choices. Choices in green are the ones you took before. Come in. I don't mind. Thank you, ma'am. Captain says we put in at Liberty Island at 4 p.m. Your husband is up already, is he? I don't know. I beg your pardon, ma'am? Have you seen him? Let's try this again. Please. I don't think he came in last night. I have not seen him, ma'am. If I do, I will tell him that it's time for breakfast. Alright, Veronica. 8 hours, then you're free. Look around the cabin. Bathroom. Bottle of tablets. Take those tablets. We're pocketing them. And I'm gonna fix up my face. Yup. I'm gonna pocket the other one. The desk. What an ugly thing. We're gonna leave. We're just gonna go ahead and leave. Actually, you know what? Porthole is open. Let's toss. No. Never mind. We're leaving. Now leave. Hello! Hello, Lunecra. Welcome. Upper deck. Let's go. Somebody's up here. Oh man, I wanted to throw the pearls out too. I make my way to the upper deck. But not quickly enough. My earring? No, it's not here. Ah, Mrs. Valenci. It's Mr. Carstairs, a young Englishman. Damn fine day. What? Good morning, Mr. Carstairs. Are you up here looking for your diamond by any chance? I found it lying here on deck like a belly fish just now. Lucky thing I did too. Might have fall up back into the sea. Look! I'm afraid I only found the one though. The other's in my pocket. Malcolm would be furious if he knew I'd lost it. They're extremely dear. Should be more careful, old fruit. But I didn't drop it here. You're so right. You're so right. I wonder how it got here. It came up on deck after me. Quite a mystery, don't you think? Shall we take a turn around the deck? Wait, look, dolphins! In the water! Dolphins, you say? Don't seem likely, my dear. Water's too cold here for dolphins. You're sure? Must have been sea foam then. Most likely. So how about that walk? Sure, why not? Will there be another war? Mr. Carstairs? Yeah, see if you can find your earrings so you can just deny ever being there. Oh, I see. Has to be. That man in Germany, he can't be allowed to carry on. It just can't be allowed. I just don't know how long we have to wait before he does something. My husband rather likes that man. Then your husband is a fool. And I'm afraid he'll either learn that quickly or slowly. But he'll find out either way. Where's your husband this morning, Miss Valency? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him since last night. If I'm honest, Mr. Carstairs, I'm worried. I'm sure he's just gone for a walkabout deck. Why not climb up to the bridge? You got a great view of the upper deck from there, you know. Have you seen him on deck? Oh, he didn't come in last night. You didn't come in last night? Really? By Jove. Since he finds it before you can get there, it seems like it's not an option. Perhaps it's there, but you didn't say. And it was another woman. Oh, yeah. I guess I could deny it, but maybe Malcolm does tell him about the thing, you know? I deposit Miss Carstairs at the top of the stairs a short while later. Good day to you, Mrs. Valency. I'll just move along quickly. No time to waste. Get on down here. Less than 7 hours. Let's go. And say it was another woman. Let's go. Sobbing coming from a nearby cabin. Let's see if we can talk. Must be Clarissa. Clarissa's door. Let's listen for a little bit. I put my ear to the keyhole. Sobbing, sobbing, more sobbing. Ripping something up. More sobbing. She's in there all right then. Knock. Clarissa, you're in there? Go away! Clarissa, let me in. You witch! I never want to see you again! I know what you did to him. I know! Clarissa, have you seen Malcolm? Where is he? You don't know? Oh my god, Veronica, you really don't know? We can't talk like this. Open the door. Why'd you have to say door? I'd rather stick a knife in my heart than talk to you. You killed him, Veronica. You killed him. That's a lie. Let me in. Let's talk. Let's talk on deck. Not here. Not like this. I'll wait for you there. I don't want to talk to you. Please, Clarissa. She collapsed on the floor, enough to spoil her bed sheets. How can she know? How much did she see? Duck out of sight. I quickly duck behind the potted plant. A few minutes pass by. That's a very good thing. Then Clarissa steps out and hurries up the passageway. She's gone. Try the door. Locked. The door is locked. Hello, guys! Ladies, how's it going? I go back to the upper rail. Well, you wanted to talk to me. Out with it. Close by, Lady H is leaning over the rail. She's definitely eavesdropping. I can see you're upset. You need to try some more sleep and try to calm down. Don't patronize me. I saw him fall, Veronica, last night. It was horrible. I was in my bunk just writing something, and I looked up, and she shot past the porthole, and he shot past the porthole in front of me. You sure it was him? I wasn't sure, until I saw your face this morning. Is that your porthole down there? Was this where he was standing? Maybe. I'm not sure. She leans out to see. Lady H is nearby, pretending not to be paying attention. That isn't your porthole. It has to be. I saw him. I did see him. I think you had a premonition. He went for a walk before breakfast and never came back. But how is that possible? You two were in love. You two were in love. You're thinking of him. Let me catch up on chat here. I see you guys are firing off. I'm gonna kill him again. Wait, I already seen this. Yeah. Yeah, we already skipped past the part where we shoved him off overboard. Because I think if you deny being there at all, you'll be in trouble since your earring was there. Throwing them overboard wouldn't help. Unless you can, like, plant one in her room. Sounds like planning a murder to her, too. I know, but there's somebody else here. I can't just do that. Maybe you're right. I was so sure. But I couldn't have seen him. You're right. He wasn't worth it, you know. All this? He was a pitiful excuse for a man. Just stop talking to me. Please. And with that, Clarissa runs away, sobbing out her little heart. I'm standing by the rail as Lady H swans by. Ah, Veronica dear, are you quite well? You look awful. My husband is missing. I haven't seen him since last night. Really? Husbands are terribly unreliable. Worse than motor cars, and yet you still have to crank them. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Now, don't fret, my dear. I'm sure he's just been taking the air. Toodles! Oh, look! Up there on the bridge. Isn't that the commander? I should be going. Of course, dear. Run along. I leave her waving desperately at the commander. Who's this? Who is this? Lady H. Oh, Lady H. We'll just go to the restaurant, because Lady H will meet us there, won't she? Forgive me, ma'am. Still no sign of your husband. Maybe? I don't know. I'm creating contradictions. Smoking room. I'm not sure where he is. Has he gone for a walk? I've not seen him. I'm just gonna have a cheese scone. They're hardly fresh, but they're hot and buttered. Lady H marches in. Is this here seat here taken? Good. A drink. Thank you. Steward, 2 martinis, please. Make mine filthy. Yes, ma'am. Are you married? Lady H. No, not anymore. But rather, liked it when I was. Lady H sniffs and looks away. Here you are, ma'am, just as you like it. Sorted. Thank you very much. Under the table, I get a tablet out and hold it ready in my palm. Lady H treats me to a winning smile. Do you have any children? I can't alter a drink while she's looking right at me. Here you are, Miss Valenci, straight up with a twist. Lady H takes a sip of her disgusting chin-chin. Have you made this crossing before? Cheers! You're a very good health. I take a sip and Lady H takes a sip. Here's to you and your lovely husband of yours anyways. You're not fond of your man, I suppose? I think he's avoiding me. Yes, well, it doesn't look good. Will you be staying in New York? I should think so. For a little while. Seems a vibrant place, don't you think? What then? Will you stay in America, do you think? This time I think maybe I will. England has too many memories in it now. And quite honestly, too many diseases. Lady H returns her attention to me. Do you have any drink? Do you have? No, I'll take a sip of my own. We clink our glasses and sip, then frowns. Ahoy there, steward! There's something floating in my drink. Get me another one. Right away. Do you have any children? Do you know, my dear? But I never did. I meant to. It's too late. Here you are. Hope this one's more to your liking. I'm sure it will be. But you'd like to have children. Well, I don't know, really. I like the idea of children. The real thing is a bit messy, isn't it? Half of them will die when they're small, and the other half belittle you till you die. You must have been stunning in your youth. What a mean-spirited thing to say. But yes, I was rather a looker. You must have had men lining up. Oh yes, the old dance card was always full. But one day, poof! None of that seems to matter. You pick one, whichever doesn't matter. You settle down, and then 10 years later you come to your senses and it's too late to do a damn thing about it. I slip another tablet into my palm. Turns back and smiles. What do you make of the commander? Lovely Anders? Quite a favorite of mine, but you know, dear, not all that glitters is gold, as they say. You don't like blacks? I'm not talking about that! What does that mean? What does that mean? He's a very charming man. So very in command, don't you think? And so young for such a high rank. Probably putting your own and let it dissolve and then swap? Maybe. He must be very good at his job. He must be, yes. Whatever his job is, exactly. Our beloved commander, my dear, he has a secret. Tittle-tattle, surely. Oh no! I like tittle-tattle, of course. But I really love secrets, and let me tell you, a good secret isn't in your hand until you can pick it up. Look, laughs and winks at me. Your health, dear. Have you made this crossing before? Oh yes. My 4th or 5th time. I can simply never decide where I want to be. Do you miss your husband? Do you miss your husband? Powerfully. He was the most gentle of men. Quite a flower. You said England was full of memories. Unhappy ones. And happy ones. But all memories make you sad, don't they? Do you work? My goodness me, no! Sometimes think it might have been fun if I had. But all these young people are so busy. Seems a shame to take them from that. Well, bottoms up. Oh, oopsies. I rather think this must be yours, dear. Drink up. What do you make of the Major? Oh, he's terribly disappointing. What were you hoping for? Oh, a skeleton in a closet, a lover under the bed, that sort of thing. But the Major seems to be exactly what he says. Even his rank, ridiculous rank, is genuine. I'll be leaving now. Goodbye. You're not finishing your drink? I really don't blame you. Goodbye. I did take a drink, so, you know, do be sure to enjoy your life. Don't waste it, alright? Thank you, Lady H. Overboard. I'm doomed. Surely I'm doomed. Let's go down here. No, not drug her at all. Not drug her at all. Seated in a heavy chair is a man with an enormous walrus mustache. Carstairs is here too, quietly smoking. Good day to you, Mrs. Valenci. He salutes. Been stuck aboard this tug for a week, but I haven't believed I have pleasure. Hi. Retired, obviously, at your service. I need your help. Oh, yes? I'm worried about Miss Turpentine. I'm afraid she's going to do something drastic. Well, these drastic types. They're all anti-tank mines. They very much like to explode, but I don't see how I can help. Can't you talk to her? Girl like that? I don't think she'd listen to a word I say. Okay, I'll just take a seat then. You play card, Mr. Cardstairs? Yeah, we could try not drugging. Can't get enough. Hooked me. Are you good? You know, I definitely have my moments. What's your game? Rummy, bridge, whist. I tried poker, but found it utterly tedious. Lots of hard stares and boring hands. A game for dullards and slowpokes, if you ask me. Oh, by the way, I found your husband's jacket in the smoking room. I left it outside your cabin. I hope that's all right. Thank you. Think nothing of it. I simply hate it when things are left lying around. Loose ends, you understand? Will you enjoy America, Mr. Carstairs? Frankly, I can't wait. Wanted to go all my life, you know? Honestly, there's a few dramas in Blighty that I'm quite happy to leave behind. My husband was hounded out of Britain for his childish political views. Well, America's a good place for outlandish political views, I'm told. Enough people that you can find someone who'll believe anything if you look hard enough. And what about you, Mrs. V? Do you work? I used to act a little. Used to. In the West End. I gave it up when I was married. You were an actress? Goodness me. I tell you, I've never would have known. Why not? Well now. You have such an honest face. And actors, you know, they're all terrible liars. Is that so? Oh yes. Absolutely two-faced. Can't help it, the dears, but there it is. Those are the facts. You're a single man? What? Me? Oh, rather. Yes, rather. A marriage seems awfully risky to me. But what of love? Well, you know. Love. Can't live with it, can't find it under a rock. And you, ma'am? Happily married and all that, I trust? It's a lot of work. Honestly, it's a lot of work. But there are certain rewards. I should hope so. Can't see what they are myself, though. Game of cards, Mr. Carstairs? Yes? I play for real money here, I'm afraid, Mrs. V. 20 pounds for the ante. 50 pounds for every face down card. Oh. I don't carry money on me. Your husband always had the capital, I suppose? I suppose your husband keeps all the cash to himself, the bounder! Another time, perhaps. As you wish. I shall take my leave. Have either of you spoken to Lady H this morning? I have. Did she tell you her theory? I'm not interested. Just as you say. I'll tell you later, Mr. Carstairs, I think. Mr. Oh, shall I? I'll be going now. Mem Sahib. Well, I'm doomed. Lady H. Lady H. No, thank you. Lady H, it's me. Not now, young lady, please. Hello? Nothing. I'm just gonna hang out over here. I go back to the upper rail. The rail. I lean out over the rail and stare down into the water below. New York is in sight. I wonder if they'll realize he's gone before we land. From somewhere below, I can hear Clarissa sobbing. I shall wait. 20 minutes pass by. Somewhere hundreds of miles away across the water is Britain. Miserable little Britain with its hunger marches, its children with tuberculosis, its grown men begging to be turned into dogs of the state. I had crawled up and out of it. No, I would never go back. Anders appears from below. There you are. You're needed in the restaurant now. Why? Please, I don't want to drag you. But it will look very suspicious if you don't come. Very well. In the restaurant, Lady H, Carstairs, and the Major are soon gathered. She's standing apart, still sniffling. Anders walks me in and steps to one side. Thank you all for coming. I apologize. Most unusual. Very unusual. Mrs. Valenci? Welcome Valenci isn't with you? Tell them, Veronica. He's been missing since last night. The end. It's true, I think. The maid told me this morning. It had not been slept in. Told me he was alive! I didn't say anything because... I was hoping he would come back. The point is this. Something has become of Mr. Valenci. So what has happened? He's gone! He left you. The only way he could. I saw him fall into the sea. Last night he fell past my window as I looked out. I know you don't want to believe, Veronica, but that's what I saw. He reached out to me like a ghost. This is in very poor taste. How horrible. How horrible. It was a horrible thing to see. And you did it, Veronica. Me? You didn't love him the way he needed to be loved, but you wouldn't let him love me. There, I said it. You know, of course one doesn't like to gossip. But Malcolm Valenci was on the upper deck last night. You might have been up there with Mrs. Turpentine. They have very similar figures, our two women. Wouldn't you agree, gentlemen? We took a stroll. See? I was there. Then Malcolm stayed out and I went to bed. And that's when you dropped your earring. I'm glad you got it back. See? Yes, but listen, won't you? I went below. There was a splash! Splash? We're on a boat. No, I'm not saying anything. A splash, you say? I thought it was something falling off the boat until all this. The fact is, Mr. Valenci is missing. The evidence we have is all circumstantial. Nothing to justify firing squad. But hey, maybe Mr. Valenci was on there and lied about it. I didn't lie about it, I said I was up there. I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. So, what happened? He must have jumped. A richly newlywed man in his prime? Just threw himself into the sea? He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. He threw himself overboard rather than face the future. And left me alone. So why did you lie to us all? Why? I didn't want to believe. You can't be gone. We're going to America to begin again, to start a new life. Together! What am I going to do now? So a man goes for a moonlit stroll with his lovely young wife, then packs her off to bed, and hurls himself into the sea? I must be getting old, because I don't believe a word of it. So will you just clap me in irons? Hardly. You're free to go, ma'am. We can't stop you. I must advise Captain that Malcolm Valency committed suicide last night. He ended himself. Wait a moment! Aren't you forgetting something? I don't think so, no. Not you, Major. Him! Me, Lady Armstrong? I'm not gonna say anything. That's right, Commander. You were up on the bridge last night. With your binoculars. You must have seen exactly what happened. Commander? Well, Sabadir Major, I have been intending to discuss the matter discreetly with the captain himself. But since you're forcing me to speak publicly... Why can't I stay quiet? Why can't I stay quiet? It was dark on deck, surely. I couldn't see anything. The moon is quite bright, ma'am. Quite bright enough to see the upper deck. I saw Mrs. Valency on deck last night and saw something fall off the ship. I knew it. I have a nose for these things. I'm not saying anything. My God, you really killed him? You know what? I didn't. I swear I didn't. I can tell because you're lying. I'm gonna go. All right, well, take care. The coincidence, they're too much. I have no choice but to treat this as murder. Please come with me. Drags me away out of the restaurant. Take pity on me. Murderers don't receive much pity, ma'am. Just come with me. Better stay in your cabin until we dock. Mrs. Valency, welcome to America. Enjoy your stay. America's not what I imagined. Sorry to disappoint, miss. In you go now. Alas, I've been thrown into jail again. Socialite Veronica Valency was dramatically arrested for the murder. Oh boy. Let's try again! Sploosh, away he goes. I need him on my side. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Valency. Who's there? Steward, ma'am. What do you want? Captain says to be put in Liberty Island at 4 p.m. and breakfast is still being served, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, steward. Very good, ma'am. All right, Veronica. 8 hours and then you're free. Bed. Crumple it up. Scrumple it. There we go. That's better. Get up. Bathroom. Take the tablets. Pocket them. Yep. Fix my face. Leave. Now leave. To the deck. Oh, he's up here first. He's already up here. He's already up here. Not quickly enough. My earring? It's not here. Ah, Miss Valency. Damn fine day. What? Good morning. How's it going? Look at the thing I did. I won't even mention he's gone. We won't even mention he's gone. Look. Goodness, you're right. I hadn't realized it was missing. Should be more careful, old fruit. Thank you. But I didn't drop it here. I haven't been up on deck at all. Really? How curious. And I wonder how the dickens it got here. A thief? Perhaps there's a thief aboard. Better take twice as much care over those diamonds then. Shall we take a turn around the deck? Another time, perhaps. hold you to that. Good day to you, Mrs. Valenci. No time to waste. The bridge! Anders, please be on my side. To reach it, you have to... Blah, blah, blah. It's a terrible idea. Commander! Mrs. Valenci, come in! The bridge isn't empty. There are a few duty officers about. And how are you faring this morning, Miss Valenci? Better for seeing you. Hi there. Mrs. Valenci. I usually do my rounds between 11 and 12. About 1:30, I could be near your cabin. Perhaps you might be in? Bring your hat. I like your hat. Of course, ma'am. Have you been up here before? Never, I think. View is quite impressive. Yes, indeed. The upper deck seems a long way down, doesn't it? See, the Carstairs taking a stroll, calculating his winnings. He's a ferocious card player, you know. Do you know? I was on watch here last night. Oh, yes? That's right. It was a quiet night, light breeze, no fog, relatively good visibility. Mr. Anders, my friend. I feel I've known you for a long time. We're old souls, Mrs. Valenci. That must be it. Must be. I should perhaps return to my duties. Till 11:30 then. Good day, Mrs. Valenci. There's no one down there. I can taste it. Oops, go back there. Yep, continue. Sorry. Clarissa, you in there? Go away! Clarissa! You know what I did? Are you talking about Malcolm? You never loved him. Not like I did. You can't talk like this. Open the door. Let's talk on deck. Not here, not like this. I'll wait for you there. Please. Step away. We'll leave. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Clarissa. What do you want? Lady H is there. I can see you're upset. You need to get way more sleep and try to calm down. Don't patronize me. I saw him fall last night. It was horrible. I was in my bunk just writing something, and I looked up. He shot past me. Sure it was him? I wasn't sure until I saw your face this morning. Is that your porthole? Maybe, I'm not sure. She leans out to sea, pretending not to be paying attention. It's not your porthole. It must be, I saw him. I did see him. I think, premonition. Yeah, he went to walk before breakfast and he never came back. But how is that possible? You two were in love. You're thinking of him. Maybe you're right. I was so sure. But I couldn't have seen him, you're right. Goodbye, Clarissa. I have a rendezvous. This was about to come down the ladder from the bridge. Mrs. Valenci, admiring the view. Zakia, I am now. I am now. Ha! You are one, I'll give you that. Got to be going now. See you soon, I hope. Yeah, back to the bedroom. There we go. I'm only a minute late. I open the door and find Anders waiting for me. I thought you weren't coming. He gestures to a red-tagged key lying on the desk. I let myself in. Do sit down. Do sit down. Will you sit beside me? I'd like that. Close the door. I push the door too. We don't want to be disturbed. Kiss me? Yes, ma'am. Oh no. Ma'am? I'll see you again, I hope. Count on it. Oh no! He smiles, gets to his feet, and heads into the bathroom to wash his face. His passkey is still on the desk by the awful dolphin. Get up out of bed. I would get up, but the fact is I can't move. Oh. I can hear the water running in the bathroom. Okay. It's amazing how many I use each day and how far they can travel. Can we get out of bed? Alright, now I'm ready. From the sound, I think Anders is brushing his teeth with Malcolm's toothbrush. Peek into the bathroom. I peer around the doorway. Anders looks just great with his back to me as well. I quickly lie back down. Anders returns. You look perfect, my dear. You look perfect, dear. Good show. He picks up his key from the desk, salutes, and out he goes. Establish relations with an officer. Ha, goodness me. Malcolm, you have no idea. Alright, Veronica. Time to get up. The desk. The thing was staring at me the whole time. My god. Why? How could this happen? This thing is horribly heavy. Looks like they don't want anyone to steal it. But who would steal this horrible thing? There's still time. May I join you, Lady H? Of course, dear. A drink? Thank you. Steward, 2 martinis, please. Make mine filthy. Yes, ma'am. What do you make of the commander? Lovely, Anders. Quite a favorite of mine, but you know, dear, not all that glitters is gold, as they say. You don't trust him. Oh, I would trust him. Maybe not to sail a boat, though. He's a war-decorated commander! You're a fan, how delightful. But listen, hold on one moment. I'm gonna see if chat bugged out on me, just in case. Okay, nothing's bugged out on me. We're still here, we're still going. But listen, our beloved commander, my dear, he has a secret. What kind of a secret? A rather awkward one. Lucky for him, I'm terribly discreet. Give me a hint. Oh, I can't resist that. He's rather young, don't you think? To be full commander, I mean. Here you are, ma'am, just as you like it. Sorted. Thank you so much. Did you wink at him? You know, sometimes, yeah, you even slept on the... Oh, excuse me. I shall wait for my drink. I drum my fingers on the tabletop. Lady H raises an eyebrow. I stop. Here you are, Miss Valenci, straight up with a twist. Cheers. Your very good health. Chin chin. Do you have any children? Do you know, my dear, but I never did. I meant to, but things never happened. Of course, it was too late. Looks away. But you'd like to have children. Well, no, not really. I don't know. I like the idea. The real thing is a bit messy, though, isn't it? Half of them die, and the other half mock you till you're dead. Finish my drink and go. I need to be going now. I lift my glass and drain it. Goodbye, Mrs. Valenci. Nice to talk to you. Do make sure to enjoy your life. Don't waste it, alright? Thank you. Walrus, an enormous walrus mustache. Carstairs is here too, quietly smoking. Good day to you, Mrs. Valenci. He salutes. Been stuck aboard this tug for a week, but I don't believe we've had the pleasure. The name's this. 14-6. Tired, obviously. At your service. Hello, this is me. Oh, I know who you are. Chaps talk about their wives. Not very complimentary, I'm afraid. That's rather true, I'm afraid. Then you have me at a disadvantage. Ah, but perhaps that way can make you lure me into overconfidence. Sure, we'll make conversation. How long were you in the army? Still am in the army, madame. It's a life's work. Old soldiers only fade away, if you recall. I never knew what that meant. Things that happen to you change you. You can't change back. And soldiers, they're fashioned to last like swords. What's in America for you, Major? My old friend Pitts. We fought together, Egypt, 20 years ago. He's only got one eye. I'm afraid he's quite a monster. What happened to his other eye? Oh boy. One shouldn't ask a soldier a question like that. The answer is almost always terribly boring. What about you? What takes you across the ocean? To be honest, England scares me. People are going hungry. The government is spoiling for war. I can't see the place holding together. England always holds together, madame. It's a serious business. But it's done at the cost of the young and the foreigners. If you stay there, my advice is to grow old and English as fast as you can. Saw a lot of fighting, Major? My great shame, Mama Sahib. Indeed, yes. There are good days and bad. Do you regret it? Oh my gosh. Not a stitch of it. But it was a dark time, that is true. Malcolm play cards with you, Major? Sabadoa, Major, please. And that's right. And with Miss Carstairs here. But between you and me, Miss, he's not really good at it. He must find him a new hobby. I'll bear that in mind. The Major humps under his mustache. Are they allowed to gamble? Are you allowed to gamble, Major? The Guru does not specify, Ma Sahib. In my view, it is a question of the stake. To sport and challenge and think, these are fine things. To stake too much to chance is to turn aside from your duties. In the end, the gambler leaves empty-handed. You see. Very good, then. Yes, ma'am. Have either of you spoken to Lady H this fine morning? Why? She has a nose for information, that woman. And she had a most interesting theory to share with me when I saw her just now. A theory? What kind of a theory? Lady Armstrong told me this morning that she is quite certain, quite convinced in fact, that the boat is sinking. Sinking? Surely not. Sinking, yes. She told me she's quite sure she heard something fall off the boat. She assumes it was part of the hull, I suppose. You seem incredibly calm about this. You may consider me to be very skeptic, yes? I have yet to observe any alarm against the senior officers, but who knows? Perhaps they are covering it up. What do you think? I'm going to ask Anders. Good idea. He's a sensible chap. I'll be going now. Ma'am Sahib. Very well then. To the bridge. Are we sinking? Commander! Oh. There's no one down there. Very well. I guess we'll just hang out over here then, I guess. The restaurant is empty. Forgive me, ma'am. Will your husband not be joining, ma'am? He's gone to the smoking room, perhaps. Why there? He's been playing cards with Carstairs quite a lot, I believe. I'm not sure where he is. He's gone. Has he gone for? He has gone for a walk. I've not seen him, ma'am. I'm just gonna eat some biscuits. Nibble on the chocolate bourbon, taking care not to get crumbs on my dress. People begin to file in the room. Ah, Miss Valency, you're here already. Good. Thank you all for coming. I apologize for gathering you all here. It is most unusual. But I believe something unusual has indeed occurred. Mrs. Valency? Malcolm Valency isn't here with you. Tell him, Veronica. We need to make a choice. He was with me this morning. He got up and left the cabin. That was the last time I saw him. A search is underway. Unless a surprise result is achieved, we have to assume Mr. Valency went overboard sometime after breakfast. I thought, but no, it was nothing. The fact is, Mr. Valency is missing. But what is there to say? There is no evidence to consider, nothing! It is as though Malcolm simply floated off the boat. It's my belief Malcolm Valency committed suicide by drowning. My sympathies for your loss, Mrs. Valency. Allow me to walk you to your cabin, Mrs. Valency. Thank you, Commander. Oh no! This way, please. Okay. I made it to New York! You got out of it. I didn't think you'd get out of it. It was a cinch. It was a cinch. Well, don't get too cocky, my dear. Okay, next time, please remember, suicides don't pay out life insurance. So we're just going to have to try the whole thing again. Oh no! You mean? So where do I find another idiot? This is America. It's going to be just fine. To your next role, my dear. Oh no!
Damn it all.
No! What? Starlight Veronica Valencia was widowed at sea when her husband Malcolm threw himself overboard. Police are linking the death to a series of gambling debts accrued by Mrs. Valencia. Ms. Valencia has left penniless America, but has already been seen in the company of a new man. Commander enters the British Navy. Watch out, sir, there might be storms ahead. It was Boris in the kitchen with the hammer. The hammer's not a... Was the hammer a choice? I thought it was a pipe wrench. Let's see here. Rope, candlestick, knife, revolver. Rope, candlestick, knife, revolver. Pipe wrench. And the lead pipe. There was no hammer. No life insurance. Well, I escaped. Man, what time is it? It's only been an hour and a half? What? Humu. Sharks in the water. Businessman Malcolm Valencia is said to be in hot water as debtors begin to circle. Mr. Valencia is rumored to have lost thousands in a string of poor investments and big donations to Mosley's Fastest hadn't helped. And then there was a curious fire that destroyed the estate that the insurers would not pay. Look out, Mr. Valencia, your wife didn't marry you for your looks.
We stood together at the rail,
Oh, no.
Malcolm and I. I told him I could see dolphins playing in the wake of the boat. He leant over to see them,
That's right, dear. Now just a little bit more.
so I grabbed him by the belt.
And you're gone!
And I threw him overboard.
What was that red key? Good morning! Who's there? Steward. What do you want? Captain says 4 p.m. Let's go. Thank you. Very good, ma'am. The bed. Scrumple it. There we go. Ah. Get up. Now leave. Deck, go. Go now. Before he has a chance to get up here. I make my way quickly to the upper deck, but not quickly enough. Oh no! Good morning! Picking in the air. Fancy a stroll? Sounds splendid. Well now, what shall we talk about? We're up here very early. Ah, well, you see, that's the Major's fault. Drag you up for it. Pretty much, main quest you just give her to Captain Thay. I know what you're talking about, yeah. No, we're here to, not be there. So I bring him a cup of tea when he's done. That's very decent of you. He's a decent man. Decency inspires decency, as that old song goes. Where's your husband this morning? I haven't seen him. Oh, why do you ask? Oh, it's not a big thing. There's a small matter I wanted to settle with him before we disembarked and say all our goodbyes. If I see him, I'll tell him. If? I'm sorry, I mean when. I mean when. Of course. I deposit Mr. Carstairs. The deck. What is that? There, we found it! Excellent. Bridge. It's a terrible idea. Hello, Commander. Mrs. Valenci, come in. Well enough. I'm doing well enough. Have you been up here before? Can I try the wheel? I'm afraid not. Sure thing. We could head for Cuba, maybe it's that way. I'll hold it and you hold my arms. We're flirting. Alright. Whee! Hold her steady. Just keep going. The shore is in sight. But look out for those rocks! What rocks? It's too late. I got my eyes closed. Well, my dear, so have I. Splice the main brace! Hold her steady. Your knuckles are white, dear. 1935, that's long. Yeah, there. Dolphins off the port bow. Where? Off the port bow, dear. Port is that way. They're gone now. Stunning creatures. Live in families, never cross a word. Marvelous. He's given me the shudders. They're always laughing. Well, if you say so. Here goes. Hard to port. Gentle now, gentle. There, treat her kindly and she'll keep you steady. For a moment, everything seems pure and simple. And true. For a moment. Alright, that's enough now. Thank you. That was marvelous. Yeah, it's before the Second World War. Do you know I was on watch here last night? Oh, yes. That's right. Good visibility. My friend. I feel I've known you a long time. Old souls, Mrs. Valenci. That must be it. That must be. I should perhaps return to my duties. What's that key? The one with the red tag? That's my passkey. So this is a novel game, like early 2000s, where your words can affect out. Yep, there's apparently a bunch of different endings and stuff. I've been getting thrown in jail a lot, but that was my first escape at the very end. Why? I should get one of those. I should get one of those. Naturally, we don't give them to passengers. We sometimes use them to visit passengers, however. Mrs. Valenci. I usually do my rounds between 11 and 12. At half past, I could be near your cabin. Perhaps you might be in? Bring your hat. Yeah. Of course, ma'am. Till 11:30 then. Good day. Are you there? Go away! Let me in. I know. Are you talking about Malcolm? You never loved him! We can't talk like this. Open! No! Let's talk on deck. I'll wait for you. Please. How would she know? How much did she see? We're going up the deck. What's her chops left? I go to the upper rail. Thank you for coming. Hi. What do you want? I can see you're upset. Don't patronize me. It was horrible. Sure. Is that your porthole down there? Maybe, I'm not sure. Is it your cabin? He was alive this morning. We went for a walk before breakfast and never came back. But how is that possible? It was dark to see outside. It was too dark to see. You can't have seen him. Maybe you're right. I was so sure. But you couldn't be. Goodbye. Goodbye. Mrs. Valenci, admiring the view. Mr. Anders. Ma'am. Got to be going now. See you soon, I hope. Yes. I'm on my way. I'm not late. You saw me. You could have escorted me down here. Welcome back. Welcome back, Scott. These kind of games kind of died out around 2014 or so. Shocked they still make them in 2021. Yeah, I mean, not all over the place, but I feel like it has its charm. I thought you weren't coming. I let myself in. Closing the door. And push the door too. We don't want to be disturbed. Now kiss me, you fool. Yes, ma'am. I'm not going to describe what happens here because things are happening. He's quiet but attentive, like this. Uh-huh. Then he puts his hat back on. Ma'am? Wait. Don't just go. I want to talk to you. Yes. Your passkey, Anders. Could you lend it to me for just a little while? I don't think that's a good idea. It's more than my job is worth to give it to a passenger. Even one as charming as you. He gets to his feet and heads to the bathroom. By that awful dolphin. Alright, I'll just sing quietly. Rule Britannia. Britannia rule the waves. I can hear water running in the bathroom. Yes, she just walked into a love scene, yes. It's amazing. It's no substitute, of course, but I sink happily into the pillow's embrace. From the sound, I think Anders is brushing his teeth. Anders looks great with his back to me. I'm not gonna steal it, that's rude. You look perfect, dear. Good to show. And out he goes. Uh-huh. Alright, Veronica. Time to get up. We shall take our leave. Anyone out? Let's go over here then. The H is sitting by herself. May I join you? Of course. A drink? Not for me. Well, I'm having one. Steward! Yes, ma'am. Dirty, please. Yes, ma'am. You married? Not anymore. But I rather liked that I was. Here you are, ma'am. Sorted. Thank you so much. And do you miss your husband? Powerfully. You must most gentle of men. Quite a flower. Have you made this crossing before? Oh yes! My 4th or 5th time. I can simply never decide where I want to be. Do you have any children, Lady H? Do you know, my dear, but I never did. I meant to, but somehow the moment never arose. And then, of course, it was too late. But you'd like to have children. Well, I don't really know, really. I like the idea of children. The real thing is a bit messy, isn't it? Half of them die when they're small, and the other half belittle you till you die. Will you stay in America, you think? This time, I think maybe this time I will. England has too many memories in it now. And quite honestly, too many diseases. I should goodbye. Goodbye. Nice to talk to you. You're not as I expected. Let's talk to Mr. Carstare. No children are not worth it. Stuffy place. Seated in a heavy chair is a man with a walrus mustache. Good day to you, Mrs. Valenci. He salutes. Been stuck aboard this tug for a week. I'm retired. Hello. I am me. Oh, I know who you are. And what did he say? I fear no, I may prove rather more discreet than your husband has. My apologies. Very well then. Very good then. Yes, ma'am. Very nice. I guess the Spanish flu was not that long ago. Mr. Carstairs. You play Mr. Cards? Can't get enough. Hooked me. Huh. Are you good? I have my moments. We should play sometime. You play, do you? I hope you're better than your husband. I don't like to break a chap's confidence, but your husband has lost rather a lot of money to me. Will you enjoy America, Mr. Carstairs? Frankly, I cannot wait. Wanted to go all my life, you know, honestly. There's a few dramas in Blighty that I'm quite happy to leave behind. And what will you do? Fancy myself a Pinkerton, actually. Are you an educated man, Mr. Carstairs? Goodness, I try not to be. Educated men aren't supposed to do foolish things. And what foolish things do you do? Doggy! Yeah, you can hear it barking. Me? Oh, well, you know, this and that. Right now, travel on boats to America. That's not an upright thing to do, you know! I see. I think you... Alright. Have either seen Lady H? Oh. She's an old gossip. Yes, that's certainly true. But gossip or not, listen to this! Lady Armstrong told me that she's quite certain, quite convinced, the boat is sinking. Her head must be spinning. Ha! Perhaps that is it. But my advice, keep an eye on the horizon. Check that it is still horizontal. I shall be leaving now. Mama Shahib. I shall arrive here. The restaurant is empty. Forgive me, ma'am. Will your husband not be joining? I'm not sure where he is. He's gone for a walk. I've not seen him. Nom 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 nom. Let's go up on deck and look at the water. New York is in sight. I wonder if they'll realize he's gone before we land. So we'll wait by the rail. Anders appears from below. There you are. We're needed in the restaurant now. Walk me there? Certainly, madame. Let me take your arm. Let's go. We probably got the same exact thing. Anders walks me in and steps to one side. Thank you all for coming. I apologize for gathering all here. It's most unusual. Mrs. Valenci, where's Malcolm? Tell them. He was with me this morning. He got up and left the cabin. That was the last time I saw him. A search is underway. Unless a surprise result is achieved, we have to assume he went overboard sometime after breakfast. I thought, but no, it was nothing. The fact is, Mr. Valenci is missing. But what is there to say? There is no evidence to consider. Nothing! He may simply have floated off the boat. It's my belief that Malcolm just, threw himself overboard. My sympathies for your loss. Allow me to walk you to your cabin, Mrs. Valenci. That's it? What else could there be? Allow me to walk you to your cabin. Thank you, I guess. This way. We made it back to New York again. The same result. You got out of it. I didn't think you'd get out of it. I panicked, I think. I forgive you, my dear. Only next time, please remember, offing yourself doesn't pay out life insurance. We're gonna have to do the whole thing again. Wasn't an awful lot of money? Yes, I'm afraid to say it was. To your next role, my dear.
Damn it all.
I want to try something. I want that passkey. Good morning. Who's there? What do you want? Thank you. Up on deck, let's go. We made it here first. The deck. I found it. Well, there we go. Let's not waste any time, let's go. It's a terrible idea. Please, ma'am, I can't really let you in. Where's the commander? Commander comes on the duty 0900, miss. Were you on duty last night? Me, ma'am? Why do you want to know about me? Someone on the bridge waved at me. Not me, ma'am. Commander was on night shift. You know the way to America? Oh boy, time is clicking. Yeah, time clicks fast in this game. Ma'am? She'll watch the horizon for a little bit. Ahoy there! Excuse me, but it's my shift at the helm. She's a big boat, Commander. Can I join you? It's cold out here. Please do. How are you faring? I'm nice. Very nice. So you have to save states too? Yeah. No, there's no save states. Never, I think. Quite impressive. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes. What did you see? It was a quiet night, light breeze, no fog. Good visibility. You saw something on the upper deck? Very clearly. You and your husband like to take the air at night. But did you know you're not the only ones who do that? Lady Armstrong also takes a stroll around that time. Does she? She does. Now, perhaps I should return to my duties. Thank you for showing me the bridge. Can I I would like that very much, Mrs. Valenci. I'll see you there. Till then. Yes. We'll go here. Maybe she's over here. I shall wait by the rail. Ah, Veronica dear, are you quite well? You look awful. Do I? Simply dreadful. Too many late nights, I suppose. And how is that charming husband of yours this morning? He's not that charming. They never are once you marry them, you know. Men find it terribly tiring to be polite, I find. You give me money over politeness every time. My dear, how many times were you planning on being married? Toodles. Oh, look. Up there on the bridge. Isn't that the commander? You mean Anders? Oh, you are playing it cool, aren't you? Hello! Oh, I do believe he's waving at us. What is this? You rather like him, don't you, dear? He's very dashing. You indeed. Quite a favorite of mine, but you know, dear, not all that glitters is gold, as they say. What does that matter? What does that mean? He's very charming. Very in command, don't you think? So young and a high rank. Dinner. What are you suggesting? Enjoy your meal, Josh. Oh my dear, I can't see which. Perhaps I'd better let you keep your fantasies. Can I offer in the chapel? On her knees, praying. I quietly duck out of sight. H continues to quietly pray. Our Father, at least tell me how that nailed that bastard Carstairs. I know he's hiding something from me. Pause for a moment. Oh, bountiful God. I know she did it. I saw her. The question is, what's she good for? She pauses again. Oh, fine. Fat lot of good you are, honestly. Here! Stuffs your banknotes in an alms bowl. Hope you choke on it! And stomps out without noticing me. I grab the money from the bowl and stuff it into her pocket. Time to leave! Bye! Lie in wait. There's a knock at the door. Mrs. Valenci. Sanders. You've got a key? Don't make me get up. I do have a key. Hangs it on the nose of the dolphin paperweight. Close the door. Of course. I wanted to ask you something. Anything. Will you give me your passkey? So you can drop in and on another man? No, I won't. Can I trust you? My advice, Mrs. Valenci? Look after yourself. That way people will stick by you. I want to trust you, Anders. I want to. So shoot yourself, Veronica. Take what you want. You better kiss me now. And here we go again! Mrs. Valenci, I do believe I will. And here we go again! Brooding clouds that break open in a surge of rain and tide. I'm thrown this way and that and go under, unable to breathe. Once, twice, a third time, before I struggle ashore, gasping for breath. Then he puts his hat back on. Ma'am. Don't see you again, I hope. Count on it. He smiles. Gets to his feet. And goes to the bathroom. Lots of that's been boiled alive in his shelves. You look perfect, dear. Good show. Trying to get along with you. Salutes now, he goes. Goodness me. I fell asleep. Time to get up. There you are. Walk me there. Alright, let's go back to jail, I guess. Time for jail. Time for jail. Let's go. Thank you all for coming. I apologize. Something happened. I knew it. He was with me this morning. Got up and left the cabin. That was the last time I saw him. A search is underway. Unless a surprise result is achieved, he disappeared. You can't trust what she says. You can't! I'm not gonna say a thing. Mrs. Turpentine. I saw him fall into the sea. Last night he fell past my window as I looked out. Why didn't you tell anyone? Why didn't you tell me? Because I loved him! I don't know if you can understand that. There, I said it. You know, of course one doesn't like to gossip. But Malcolm Valenci was on the upper deck last night. He might have been up there with Miss Turpentine. You have very similar figures, our two women. Wouldn't you agree, gentlemen? It certainly wasn't me. I didn't go near the upper deck last night. So, neither did I. Malcolm was going to visit me. I gave him my key, but he never came because he threw himself overboard. Or maybe you two met on deck, and you threw him into the sea. So he did in fact disappear last night then, Mrs. Valenci? Wait. I can't honestly be sure who I saw. And this is terribly ghoulish, but I heard Mr. Valenci going overboard. I heard the splash. Didn't realize who it was then, but now, well... The fact is, Mr. Valenci is missing. All the evidence is circumstantial. Nothing to justify, as my old field marshal would say. But I must advise the captain that... No. Stop! Aren't you forgetting something? I don't think so, no. Not you, Major. Him. Me, Lady Armstrong? Anders will vouch for me. Won't you, Commander? Commander? Well, Subdor Major, I saw something overboard from my post over bridge, but that's all I really saw. I didn't get a good look. I thought at the time it was a suitcase or suitcase of some kind, but it must have been Malcolm. And he shot me a little smile. The upper deck was empty. No! Allow me to walk you to your cabin. Thank you, Commander. This way, please. We'll have to try again. You lied for me. You said the deck was empty. That was so kind. My pleasure. Only next time, please remember, throwing yourself overboard doesn't pay out life insurance. Ah. Where do I find myself another idiot? It's America, madame. You'll find an idiot sure enough.
Damn it all.
Restart. I want that passkey. Who's there? What do you want? Thank you. Get moving. Upstairs. Go now. Deck. To the smoking room, where my husband left his coat. What have you got here? A cabin key? No incriminating notes. Take the key. We'll go say hello to the captain. Hello, Commander. How are you doing? I'm well enough. Never. What did you see? I saw something. It's very interesting. Only Mrs. V. Watch out for that old lady. She's got claws. Thank you. I'll see you there. Let's see. No. Alright, let's try something dumb. Let's try something dumb. I'll just wait. Oh, like a tiger sitting along. Well, now I see you've been waiting for me. Close the door. Of course. Come sit beside. You wanted to see me. Here I am, magnificent ma'am. And may I ask, did you want to see me? Sure. Here we go again. Here we go again. Life is going fast and open, and away we go in the middle of the ocean as we swing to the jazz. No. Uh-huh. Smile. You know, you might need to get up eventually. You witch! She jumps her finger and shoving papers on a desk drawer. God, what are you doing here? Get out! What are those papers you're hiding? None of your business! Get out! Where is Malcolm? What have you done to him? Me, I've done nothing! It was you! What was me? You saw him fall, alright? Fall? He tripped? Over the rail, perhaps? Right past this porthole? Like he wanted to say one last goodbye to me before what? Before he hit the sea, obviously! You sure it was him? I wasn't sure until I saw your face this morning. I don't know what you're talking about. You would have done it! You wouldn't have given a divorce and couldn't live with me! He would have left you too. You were just a bit of an onboard exercise. That's not true! He loved me! He loved me! I've heard enough. You can go on with your crying now. Oh! You're a monster! A cold-blooded monster! I hate you! Now get out! She shoves me. Ow. Why there? Oh, I'm not sure where he is. I shall eat some cheese scones. Good. No, Veronica killed him with her neglect, didn't you? He was with me this morning. Liar! Not only that, the bed in your cabin was not slept in the maid's stall. I saw this for myself. Perhaps you might have slept in the chaise and sled. Alright. Alright. You must know, he disappeared last night. I didn't say anything because I was ashamed. It was an awful thing to be betrayed. The point is, he's gone. So what has happened? I tell you something, he won't. I saw him fall into the sea last night. I'm not saying anything. Well, please. Say you saw him falling past your window. He reached out to me like a ghost. Something on your conscience? Only that I should have saved him from you. You know. And he wasn't alone. And you saw something? Not Saul. Not with these aging eyes. Lady Armstrong, please, spit it out! He's clearly been drinking. Malcolm was over by the rails, smoking. And with him was one of our young women. Which one? Think now, this can be vital. Well, I'm afraid that I really couldn't say. They have very similar figures, our two women. Wouldn't you agree, gentlemen? It must have been Clarissa. Taking a midnight stroll with my husband. No, I was in my cabin, waiting. Malcolm was going to visit me. I gave him my key. You gave a married man your cabin key? You heard me. But she got to him first. Or maybe you two met on deck. And you threw him into the sea. I didn't. I'm not like you. You were in floods of tears this morning. A guilty conscience, perhaps? No, you mustn't believe her! Was it Miss Turpity or Miss Valencia you saw on deck, Lady Armstrong? I can't honestly be sure who I saw. And this is terribly ghoulish, but I heard Mr. Valencia going overboard. I heard the splash. Didn't realize what it was then, but now, well... The fact is, he's missing. The evidence we have is all circumstantial. But... I must advise Captain that he might have, jumped overboard. Stop! Aren't you forgetting something? I don't think so, no. Not you, Major. Him. Me, Lady Armstrong? Anders will vouch for me. Won't you, Commander? Commander? Well, Major, I saw something fall overboard. That's all I really saw. I didn't get a good look. Maybe it was a suitcase, maybe a crate, but it must have been Malcolm. He shoots me a smile. The upper deck was empty. No! Very well then. Thank you, Commander. This way, please. I have to sneak inside when she's not looking. Got out of it. I didn't think you'd get out of it. Panicked, I think. Forgive you. Please remember, we need the life insurance. Excuse me, but I got something very charming. I'm kidding. It's always the fine print, isn't it just? Your next roll, my dear. Bye.
Oh, bugger.
Bother. Oh, bother. Alright, you know what? This is fine. Alright. Wait a second. Am I messed up here? No. For some reason, my ahoge up there made me think that I somehow reversed myself, but I'm not. I'm fine. All right. As much as I would love to keep playing again and again and fail over and over again, I am really enjoying this. I really am. But I keep making the same kind of oopsies. And yeah, I'd like to make some forward progress. So if you'd like to see more Overboard, just let me know. I will get to it. We'll return. Maybe with a little more research into how to make forward progress. But otherwise, for now, I know there's still 45 minutes left, but I am starting to get a little, I'm starting getting a little weary here of the same kind of, well, I'm making better choices. I am getting smarter in everything, but I would like to call it for today. So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you all enjoyed the show and the murder mystery and the intrigue. Yes. Anyways, until next time, again, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your day, and ciao for now. Ciao for now. Bye.